Hey Easy Agent Proers, this is Tyler at Easy Agent Pro, and today we're going to dive into what to do with partial leads. Maybe you're running some seller PPC. I know our seller PPC program is pretty great because you basically run them directly to a seller landing page that captures the address and email. And so what I'm going to show you today is exactly how to take those addresses, those partial names, those partial emails, just a phone number, and find the complete package. We're going to go line by line. I think I got close to 14 solutions here for you. Some are free. I think one or two are paid. They all find you more information about the person who opted in so that you can follow up with them in a timely manner. Just whatever you have, this guide will show you how to get more. So step number one, this thing I like, it's called FullContact. The free version is basically all you need. Their paid version is pretty nice. It has some nice paid features. You basically want to install it on your mobile phone and on your Gmail or your Mac, depending on what you use for email. But what it will do is in your inbox, obviously this is Gmail. If you're using Mac Mail, it will be slightly different. It'll pull up a box here, and then when you have an email address in here, it will pull up information about that. So basically it will start searching the web for various people. So I can put just different people in here and it will pull up things. The other thing you'll want to do with this is install Reportive, and you'll see that's what I have right here next to it. Basically, this is going to pull up their LinkedIn profile and their Twitter, which are very useful. But this FullContact, what it actually lets you do is it syncs your phone contacts with your Gmail contacts with all the social web and social graph, and then also syncs all that into one and combines all them. So it really gets your contact list nice and clean and spotless. And it actually has a nice feature I like where it actually goes through the email signatures that people have and fills out the contact information based on that. iOS is also doing that now. Some great stuff there. So if you have just an email address, usually you can find a LinkedIn, a Facebook, and then sometimes even a phone number using those two apps. And what that does then is you take that, you paste that into your CRM, whether you're using Top Producer, HubSpot, Follow Up Boss, any Wise Agent, whatever you're doing, and then you have a complete contact record. So those are two free ways to get started. Don't forget about Facebook phone numbers. If you go to a Facebook page, go to the About section and then go to the Contacts and Basic Info. For about 30 to 50% of the people, depending on your market, you're going to see information there. And that's just a really good way to clean up your data, find some more people. One of the other things I'm really finding useful these days is with the Reportive feature. So if you didn't know my phone number, you could type my email in here and it's going to pull up my LinkedIn. If you go directly to LinkedIn and search for me, you won't be able to see it. But if you go to the Reportive and then click on this link right here, you'll be able to see everyone's profile all the time. It's one of the cool little LinkedIn hacks for finding the profile. And if you scroll down, there's this little known section called Additional Info and Advice for Contacting, and then the name of the person. That section is going to have a phone number in it. I'm seeing about 30 to 50% of the time. So between that section and then the Facebook phone numbers, you stand a pretty good shot of seeing a phone number for them right there. Those are probably going to be cell phone numbers, really valuable stuff. So basically, you could go from someone filling out your seller form with an email right here that goes directly. You can look it up on Reportive and then see their Facebook and LinkedIn account and find their emails that way. So it's a really cool way to turn just emails into something more than that. The next hack I like, and this is a really cool one, basically you can go to iMessages and you can type in an email address. So you can type mine in here. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to let you message that person, and that's going to be an actual cell phone text message. So that's going to go right to my phone. So you can iMessage my email address, and because of the way Apple works, it's going to text message me on my Mac, on my iPads, on my iPhones, and it's really a cool hack. So that way, you don't have a cell phone, but you can actually send text with emails for, I think the market right now is 50% Apple, maybe 40. It's dipping now. Android's getting a bit stronger, but it's a really cool hack for messaging more people and getting their numbers. The next thing you can do, if you don't have an email address, maybe you just have an address and you found their name, you can actually find out where they work by Googling them with the words LinkedIn. So you could Google, for example, Tyler Zai Easy Agent Pro, and that Tyler Zai LinkedIn, and you're going to see that I work at Easy Agent Pro. And so then what you can do is I actually, on the article, I built you an email generator. You just click this right here. It's going to open up a nice spreadsheet for you. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put the name, first name here, last name here, and then the actual domain name of the company. So if it was John Smith Plumbing, you'd say Tyler Zai, johnsmithplumbing.com, and it's going to generate a bunch of potential email addresses for you. What you then do is copy that, head on over here, and paste them in here, and then just sort of hover your mouse over them, and you'll slowly start to, you'll find, there you go. See, when you hover over this one, Reportive shows you and Gmail shows you that that's a real account. It'll pull up the picture. So that's a cool way. If you just have an address, you can look them up on the MLS. Then you can see their name. You can Google them with LinkedIn. You can find out where they work. Then you can use this email generator to find their email and use Reportive to double check it. And you see when I hover over that, it shows it over here. So that's a really cool way. That takes under a couple seconds to do that. Still no phone number for texting them at that point. What you can do is you can friend them on Facebook, and most people have this iMessage by Facebook installed right here. And basically what that lets them do is if you friend them, you can send them a Facebook message and it shows up right on your phone. You'll see my wife message me there. It'll show up right on your phone as a text message. So that's a cool way. You can try the Facebooking directly to them. Sometimes FullContact will pull up their Facebook. Sometimes Reportive will pull up their Facebook. It really just depends on the email. So that's another cool way to actually message them. If you still, at that point, you've tried, we're really deep in this video right now. If you've tried all that and doesn't work, try this. It's called Spoke.io. Basically what it does, you can search by name, email, phone, or address, and they will pull up all the information. It is a paid service. I've tried it. It works pretty well. The data is pretty accurate. It can find them. They do try to get you to sign up for a recurring subscription, so be aware of that when you're signing up. You get X number of searches for whatever fee you're paying them per month. So that's a cool way to turn those emails, those addresses, say you're running seller landing page money and getting leads this way, or maybe you're going to, one of your pages and you're using the hashtag lock feature and you're getting people not filling out, the first name, last name, maybe just an email, then you can use something like this to find the rest of it. So if you've tried all that and still can't find some information, the next thing to do is just Google their name in quotes and or look for company websites. If it's a bigger company they work for, so maybe you're in an area where there are a lot of corporations, they usually have an about page with an email address. That lets you then, go back to steps 1 through 4 and find their phone number that way. Once you have their email, you can use Reportive, FullContact. You can go back in and start finding phone numbers with Facebook messaging and things like that. So look for those company pages with the email at that point. Then finally, don't forget about public information. This website right here will actually let you look up any address online for any state. Just click your state, enter the property search right here. It's a free search. It'll direct you to the site. You just agree. It's going to look different on a state-by-state basis. Just put the number and street in there, and it'll show you who owns it. You then can get the name, which then means you can go back to step 6, I think it was, and get the email. And then once you have the email, you can go back to steps 1 through 4 and get the phone number, right? So if you're going for, you can go address to name to phone number. You can go to phone number to named address. There are a lot of different ways to use the public information and MLS. One of the coolest things you can do is you can actually, in this section, and you should do this for all your leads, you can actually form an email list of all the people who've ever opted in. Export that as a CSV, it's just a file format, and upload it to Facebook. And what you can do is you can actually only show ads to those people. Right? So let's say you get a bunch of emails who have opted in as seller leads on your site. They're not responding when, you go find their phone number, they're not responding. Upload that to Facebook and set up a campaign for like $2 a day to show them ads maybe video ads of you explaining why you're better than everyone or explaining the market. That's a really good way to retarget these people to get them to become full leads. So you set up that video ad, then have them go to another landing page on your site, maybe a hashtag lock page, or maybe the seller landing page again, or maybe just if you have a lead site, we have these schedule pages for you. Let me show you that quickly. If you just go, you can send them straight to the schedule page. So just have a nice face-to-camera video on Facebook showing only the people who've opted in, linking to the schedule page. You're going to convert those leads into full leads who want to hear from you better. You just download that CSV file, upload it to Facebook, let it process for 4 to 8 hours, and then upload that video ad linking to whatever page you want it to. A nice video showing you exactly how to do this on this page. I'll link it up in the podcast and YouTube. Finally, just some low-hanging fruits. Postcard marketing still works if you have the addresses. If they've emailed you, look in those email signatures, and then don't forget about Google. Just Google them with the quotes around their name, and you're gonna see something, gonna find success. So I'm Tyler at Easy Agent Pro. This has been a blow-by-blow 14 ways to find more contact information. Let me know if you found it useful. Comment on YouTube. Go back to the site. Favorite it so you can, when you have a lead that you can't crack, you can use some of these tactics to crack that lead. Tyler with Easy Agent Pro. Talk with you next time.